Hey guys, Hardcore Hector here, finally talking about E3. I know it's been about a week now, but last week I was so incredibly busy with E3. I was helping IGN again fill out all of these wiki pages of all the new video game information. Some we created, I think that they said we created about 64 new wikis, and then plus we added new information to old or existing wikis. And so it was a crazy, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days. I mainly helped out for the first 4 days, but then I had to take off because I had so much other stuff to do, school, and then I had a wedding to go to and all that, wedding planning and all that, not my own. So I just kind of wanted to talk about E3. I actually made a little article here on my website. That's why I'm going to be looking this way, of all the different things that I really liked about E3. And I'm not going to say, oh, Microsoft won E3 or Sony won E3, etc., like most people do. I think that's kind of stupid. Well, at least this year it was stupid because there was so much awesome stuff shown this year that it's like almost impossible to pick one conference over the other. All of them were terrific except for Square Enix. That one was a little bit boring because they showed most of the good stuff during the Sony conference. And the PC game show, that lasted like 3 hours, and I was like, when will this freaking end? And the games weren't even really that great because PC has a lot of awesome games, or they could have shown games that were on other platforms but to the max settings that are only available on PC and with awesome mods and all that. But instead they showed a bunch of boring, lame indie games, and it just dragged on for way too long. And they didn't even say that much. I don't think they said too much about that new AMD hardware, which was, I think the show was promoted by AMD, and then AMD announced their new GPU lineup. And it would have been cool if Nvidia showed some stuff too, but since it was AMD sponsored, whatever. So let's see. E3 started out with the Bethesda conference, and they showed off Fallout 4, which was friggin' awesome, man. And I was kind of expecting them to do what other people do, like Fallout 4 is coming in 2017 or whatever. Here's a little teaser trailer, but instead they showed this long gameplay trailer, and it was like, guess what? Fallout 4 is coming at the end of this year, November, and all that stuff. And so I'm definitely buying that game day one. It's probably going to be the first game I bought day one in years, because a lot of times I get games for free from IGN, so I don't buy them day one, or I just don't care enough to buy them day one. I just wait for a sale. Like Batman Arkham Knight, I was just kind of like, so I'm just going to wait for a sale on that. I'm not buying that day one. Fallout 4, definitely buying that day one. Probably will not buy that crazy collector's edition with the Pip-Boy thing, because that's like twice the price of the game, and it's just like a little plastic thing that you put your phone in, I think. And then you use the little app. What else? Oh yeah, and another game I'm really looking forward to is Soma. S-O-M-A, which is from the developers of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and takes place in this space station or something like that. Or no, not a space station, it's underneath the water, but it's kind of futuristic because there's robots, and the robots seem to kind of be taking on souls of people that are still alive or something, but it acts like they're from the future. And it's supposed to be kind of a horror video game, but the developer said it's not just going to be running and hiding from a monster. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's finally coming out, I think, at the end of the year. I forgot the release date, but they did have a release date. 2 games that still don't have a release date, but that were announced, have been talked about. Mass Effect Andromeda? I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. Played through the trilogy on the 360. Gonna replay on PC. I beat the first one, going on to the second one on PC. So looking forward to Andromeda, seeing what that comes up with, or whatever. And then Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is what everybody's been waiting for the longest time. And personally, I think they only pushed this out because after that huge ass backlash at the PlayStation Experience, where they're like, Final Fantasy VII's coming to PlayStation 4, and everybody's like, what? And then they're like, it's that PC updated remastered graphics version with trophy support, and everybody's like, freaking seriously? And that was just like this huge troll gif online for the longest time. And I think after that backlash, they're like, okay, we'll do Final Fantasy VII Remake. because all they showed was just this teaser trailer. And I think they said more information will be available at the end of the year, so we'll have to wait and see what all that extra information is. But they did say it's just going to be a straight up remake. It's not going to have any additional new features or anything like that. So I think the battle system is good enough. You know, turn-based, well, it's kind of active turn-based, and then with the materia system, it was a good game. I think it holds up. But some people are saying it was overrated, which I think is total BS. And then, oh yeah, speaking of remakes, Gears of War being remade for the Xbox One and PC. At first I was like, why would they do this? Because they also announced that the Xbox One will be backwards compatible with the 360. And so Gears of War, they could just play it on the Xbox One. But then they said, well, actually only like 12 games will be backwards compatible at first. And then other games will eventually be compatible. And Gears of War was not on that list of compatible games at this time. But apparently the Ultimate Edition, I think is what it's called, of Gears of War will include some new features from like Gears of War 3, like Team Deathmatch and multiplayer, and some other game modes, I think. And then upgraded graphics, although the 360 version still look really, really great, and the Xbox One, it's not like it's a huge leap up from the 360, so whatever. But I'll probably get it on PC, because, you know, I'm trying to stick with PC now. And I hope that they bring the other Gears to PC. Although I really only like Gears 1 and 2. Gears 3 was kind of and Judgment was like, whatevs. But they did show Gears 4. I'm not 100% sure if I want to even play Gears 4. Because like I said, Gears 1 and 2 were great. 3 was Judgment, Same with Halo 5. I loved the trilogy. Reach was pretty good. ODST was like whatevs. And Halo 4, I was just like, this just seems too much. I think I might be done with Halo universe. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to play Halo 5. We'll have to wait and see. But Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I've been playing Call of Duty since the beginning pretty much. Well, I went back. I started with 4 and then went back and then forward and all that. But I do not think I'm going to be playing Black Ops 3. I'm not going to be doing any more guides for IGN that I know of. So I probably will not be playing Black Ops 3. But it does look a little interesting and a little copied from Titanfall. You know, with the wall running and the boost, thrust, jump, double jump thingy. That's totally copied from Titanfall. But it will include zombies. The multiplayer has new features, like you can pick a soldier that has a special ability or a special weapon, but you can only pick one per game mode or per life or something like that. I don't remember. So it looks pretty interesting, but I'm not going to play it. I seriously doubt I'll play it. Mirror's Edge Catalyst also shown off. Looks really good. Open world Mirror's Edge. I loved the first one. Looking forward to Catalyst, which is an origin story or a prequel, whatever you want to call it. So probably will be getting that on PC. Rise of the Tomb Raider, Xbox exclusive for a while, but it comes out around the time Fallout 4 does, I think. So I'll probably be busy with Fallout 4 for a while, and I'll just let the Xbox people have their fun, and then eventually it should come to PC, which is when I will buy Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm not a huge Tomb Raider fan. Like I think I played a little bit of one on the PlayStation 1 with my friend or neighbor way back in the day, but I never really was a huge Tomb Raider fan until the Tomb Raider reboot came out. And then everybody was like, you gotta play this. So I played it and I thought it was terrific. So because of that, I'm looking forward to Rise of the Tomb Raider. And yeah, I guess that's it for Tomb Raider. That's all I gotta say about Tomb Raider, but I'm not done with games. South Park's newest game, The Fractured But Whole. Anyways, so that game looks super cool, super fun. I barely got around to playing the first South Park game just like a month or two ago. It was pretty cool. I did kind of want to do some commentary and put it up on my channel, but I never really got around to it. And I also thought it would probably get taken down with the whole horrible footage that they put up. And so instead of, you know, wizards and knights and stuff, they're actually doing superheroes in this game. I'm not sure if they actually have a release date yet, but so yeah, I definitely want to play that. Probably will get it on PC. And then finally, in the gaming category, the Nintendo did have some pretty cool games, some which I'm kind of unsure on, but that Shin Megami Tensei Crossfire Emblem. That game has been talked about for the longest time, and then they're finally showing trailers, and it looks pretty cool. I'd like to give it a shot. And also The Last Guardian. I know it wasn't shown at the Nintendo conference, it was shown at the Sony conference, but that's been around for like, I think since 2008, 2009, I forget. But they finally said, okay, it's finally going to come next year. And a lot of people are like, nah, it's not going to come next year, because they've announced it a number of times, keep pushing it back. But if it does come, I really do want to play it. And some people were saying, why do people even want to play this? It looks like a boring game, or it doesn't look like there's very much gameplay going on. But I actually played, I think it's pronounced Ico. Some people say Ico, I say Ico. And Shadow of the Colossus. I played that on the PS3, the HD remastered version. And I thought they were really, really fun and interesting games. And some people will probably think they're boring, but I thought they were cool. And so The Last Guardian is made by those same developers, so I think the gameplay and feel is pretty much the same. So when The Last Guardian does come out, I think I want to play it. I don't know about some of you guys. And that's it for the video games. But Microsoft did show off the HoloLens, which is, you know, a VR system sort of, and they showed it off with Minecraft. They said you can play on a flat wall or on a tabletop, and you'll be able to move it with your hands and do voice commands and all this stuff. And it was honestly badass. It was like the most awesome thing of E3, in my opinion. And it's not even really a game. Well, Minecraft is a remastered version of Minecraft, sort of. I don't even know if I want to say remastered. A retooled version of Minecraft, specifically made for Microsoft HoloLens. So, man, I think that was the best part of E3. That Microsoft HoloLens demo. And if it's as good as the demo showed, then that's the future, man. I'm not sure what other games you can really play with Microsoft HoloLens other than Minecraft. Maybe, because I remember there's this phone app game that's supposed to be kind of a horror game where you use your camera and it shows scary things in your house. So maybe if they can use HoloLens to make a horror game where it looks like scary stuff is in your house, I think that would be like a bestseller or something. But I guess that's about it for E3 2015 that I saw. I saw the entire conferences that I noticed, that I liked, I should say. Those are the crowning moments of E3 that I enjoyed. But what about you guys? You guys can leave a comment under this video telling me what you guys thought was the best parts of E3. Maybe even some of the worst. I know people like to complain in the comments about, oh, this thing sucked or whatever. Or what do you think about my opinions? You know, do you think The Last Guardian is going to be cool, or is it just another boring Japanese type weird game or something? And are you going to wait for Rise of the Tomb Raider to come out on other platforms? Or are you going to get it on Xbox One day one, right when it comes out? Are you guys buying any of these games day one? Because like I said, I haven't bought a game day one in years. Probably since Skyrim. But I guess that's it. Thumbs up if you like me talking about E3 stuff. And subscribe for more video game related videos. Sometimes they might be kind of vloggy like this, and sometimes it's just gameplay. And I'm also still working on that Final Fantasy X walkthrough. I've been incredibly busy with school and work and other stuff, so I will eventually get to the other parts of Final Fantasy X, finish the walkthrough on my website, hectormagical.com or hxchector.com, and I will be putting up more walkthrough videos on this channel. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see all that. See you guys later.